What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. I just wanted to bring you guys a quick video today to show you guys some of the ways that I use the sorting table in Tarkov. Now, the sorting table was added in 12.11, and I think it's a really handy feature. And since they've added it to scav runs as well, I think you guys can use this to your advantage in a lot of your times in Tarkov to just make sorting your stash easier, grabbing backpacks out of your infinite backpack stack, all that kind of good stuff. As always, I stream on Twitch. All my links are down below. I'm also giving away an EOD account once I hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, so go ahead and look in the description on how to enter. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. So the sorting table can be opened by clicking this button down here, and this is basically an infinite space where you can put anything that you want into your stash, basically. So this will basically allow you to put anything that you desire into your stash without making a mess. Sometimes it makes a mess, but I'm going to show you guys a few tricks with it to make things a little bit easier for you in your day-to-day Tarkov life. So one of the things that is the greatest thing about it is it has a hotkey. So if you open up the sorting table and then you click shift, hold shift, and then click any item in your stash, it will immediately go into your sorting table. As I said, it has infinite space, so it'll expand exponentially no matter what, so you can put literally your whole stash into it if you want. Then you can click shift, click again, or control click, sorry, to put things back into your stash. Another way that you can put things back into your stash is by just closing the sorting table, and then the item will just go back into your stash. So something that I use this for a lot to start off is just when I'm backpack sorting. So I'm pretty sure everybody almost always has like a backpack stack that just has infinite amount of backpacks inside your bags. But the problem is, let's say I go into Ragman and I want to buy a tri-zip. Not enough space in my stash. Move stuff around. Buy a tri-zip, okay? So I buy a tri-zip, and now the question is, how do we get that tri-zip into my backpack stash if that's not the specific backpack that I want to use? Now, one of the ways you can think of doing it is by attaching the backpack to yourself and then going through all of your backpacks until you find the one, and then dragging this one up here, and then dragging this backpack in here, and then putting that backpack inside that. But what if you actually don't have the space for that other backpack? I know this is like rich people problems, but sometimes you just don't have the space for a second bag. Or if you have a bag in your insurance or something like that. So a good way that you can do it if you don't have the space is you can drag this here, then you can go through all of your bags inside of your sorting table, put your second backpack inside the sorting table, throw this new one in, throw that one in there, and then you can just click escape, and escape will throw the backpack back into that slot that you have. So now I have that extra tri-zip inside of all the rest of my backpacks in my nice little backpack stack. Another thing that I use the sorting table for a lot, which is really useful, I think, is if I'm sorting a bunch of items. So if I want to put like all this SMB ammo, for example, into my high tier ammo case, which has all of my good ammo, I want to be able to put it in without dragging every single one in or doing it this way like that. So a way that I do it often is I'll figure out what I want to sort, open up the sorting table, I'll shift click the high tier ammo box first, and then I'll go and shift click all of the ammo that I want to go into the high tier ammo box. I'll look through like my stash, find all the ammo that I want to put in, and then I'll just drag it all in like this. And then I can either click escape and it should just go into the same slot that I took it from, or I can just drag it out separately. But if there's a slot for it, which the slot has been taken, if you just then click escape, it should just go back into the first available slot. You can do this with money as well. So if you're trying to move around a bunch of money, you can put a bunch of money into your sorting table. There is no limit to it, and it's not like putting it onto your body, which was one of the problems back when we didn't have the sorting table. You would have to like split rubles up because you can only have 280,000 max on your person at a time. So it's really helpful item, really helpful thing, and basically it's something that I think is a great addition to the game, something that everybody should be using and use as much as possible. What you can also do is, if your stash is a mess and like it's disgusting, mine isn't that bad right now, but it's kind of just filled with kill armor from my kill farming times. If your guys' stash is like an absolute mess, what you can do is you can use the sorting table to kind of sort things. So you click a bunch of stuff, and then once you just hit escape, it'll kind of put it all at the top if you have things like in different areas. So if I have like these rubles and I want these rubles to the top, I'll make sure I have 3 slots and then close it, and the 3 slots will go over there. So once you kind of figure out like the way that the sorting table works, you can use it to your advantage to sort things. So if I want these 2 key cards at the top, it always will go to the most top slot. I can close this and it'll go right into these 2 squares. So that's another way you can use it. You can use it to just clean stuff up. The last way that I use it is if sometimes I get lazy and I just auto sort my stash because I have too much garbage. If I have too much garbage and I'm too lazy to put it all into my cases, sometimes I'll just auto sort, which is terrible because I never like to auto sort because my cases are all in a shit show and I want to put the cases back into their normal spots. What you can do is you can click everything in your stash into this box right here, and then you can just set up your stash as you like it. I don't want to put everything in my stash inside this box because it'll take a really long time, but basically for the sake of the video I'm just showing you the top part. But basically you can put everything inside that sorting table and then create your stash the way you want it. I think it's a really great feature. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. I make beginner and intermediate videos here on YouTube about Tarkov. If you guys like the content, you can always like the video and stick around by subscribing. And like I said, I'm giving away an Edge of Darkness account once I hit 10k followers or 10k subs on YouTube. Description has all the details on how to enter, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, people.